Dan is standing on some awesome rounded granite boulders. And this appears to be an old water storage tank. It's said that the area that we're at was an old homestead area and local bar for the old mines. I'm assuming they wanted to put the water storage tank on top of bedrock, which would have been these granite boulders. And maybe they needed it to be gravity fed, and that's why it's up higher. Dan saw that I was standing in this square area here. It goes this way, comes down, and goes back. Not sure what it is. Some footage to a house or footing to a house. And there's a bunch of garbage. Like, this is one of the cool parts about these areas. It's like all the trash that's really super old. And I know, yeah, it's bad to litter, right? But this isn't the type of garbage we're talking about. Yeah. Look at that. And my favorite, of course, the old glass. Oh, but look at this guy, whatever it is. Something square. Old spice tins are super neat. There was a lot of glass, and this is a whole footing, like, area. Look at this garbage, though. Dan, you probably have a better view. I'll come over by you. We have a small batholith right here that I'm standing on, and the garbage is in a natural ravine. Look at this. This is a cigarette tin. A lot of people really like those. There's all kinds of colors of glass.
I think this was thrown out here later.
Hang on.
Yeah.
What?
This is somebody dumped the screen door parts out here, but it's newer.
Dumb. Okay. You wanted to get what? Oh, that big one? That can? Okay. See, it's such a shame that people are jerks in these areas. Come up here and they just destroy everything. Oh, Buck, is there anything cool in it? So you're looking at that tin right in front of you? The gas one? Does it say what it is? Aw. That's too bad. An old stove. There were really old trees out here that they cut down. This is some old ass corral. It looks pretty sweet though. All the ground is covered with nails and all kinds of stuff. This could have been an area where people would have stored their horses, whether they were the homesteaders or the patrons of the bar. Or maybe it was for old cattle ranching. More garbage over here. Not sure what that is. Part of an old bench seat for a car, it looks like. An old stove. Burn barrels. That's cool. And an old oven.
was the old bar.
And this is,
The pad is big.
yeah, old rock wall for a pad.
What this was, I have no idea.
I don't know. A house? One little bitty one?
Round cut logs. Looks like.
The rocks are almost perfectly cut squares, and that's out of a granite and rhyolite rock. Again, they would have been doing this with fairly limited tools. It's fairly deep in there, probably for insulation purposes. It looks like they mortared and cemented the rocks together, and they even had a wooden pole roof that they put up. This area doesn't get a ton of snow, but we get a bunch of rain, and an angled pitched roof would have been good for that. It appears that they incorporated the native boulders into this house as well.
They made this very thick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Possibly that was the door right there.
After looking at some of this further, it appears that it may have burnt down years ago. So this is the old bar dump pile. The first pile we were walking around at was about a quarter of this size. And this one has tons and tons of broken glass and different rusted cans. I find a pretty awesome bottle bottom. Continental Distilling Corp. We keep hunting around for different stuff, but I've never seen a can pile this large out in the desert before. We are walking very gently over the glass because we don't want to cut our shoes. We're trying to identify the cans to see if we can make it out. It says fluid ounces and there's some kind of a label on it, but I'm looking very, very hard to figure out what the cans actually say. Just as we thought we found the best one, I find a better one.
So this one, Anheuser-Busch. That's old.
Yeah, when you gotta pull the can.
So you gotta punch the top.
You can see.
Whoa, that's cool.
That one's better. Here, you see the eagle on it?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty neat.
So not many awesome rocks this trip, but some great cans.